As pollination wraps up across the U.S. Corn Belt, most farmers are able to get a handle on their yields for the first time this growing season, which is an exciting event for farmers, including Missourian Gary Porter.
This is my first chance to be able to come out in the cornfield during pollination now, and I get to actually look at the kernels on the ear and get an estimate of what the yield's going to be like this fall. It gives me an idea. Nothing's locked in for sure, but it gives me something to look at, and I'm just thrilled at this time of year. It's always exciting for me.
Most of the U.S. Corn Belt experienced good growing weather this spring and summer, which has led to a good pollination of the crop.
It looks beautiful. It's just tasseling now this week, and everything's pretty uniform and even, and it's coming along nice. We just need some moisture.
South Dakota also needs rain this growing season, according to farmer Ryan Wagner.
Actually, we had a very dry June. We had a good planting season and very little snowfall this winter, so we got off to a good start, nice and dry early on, good planting conditions. Then we turned pretty dry in June, which is normally a wet period for us, and started to stress the corn a little bit towards the end of June, but we caught a nice rain this week and early last week, and things are looking good right now.
But the opposite, too much rain, is true further south in Arkansas, according to Tommy Young.
We've had large rainfalls, meaning 6 inches at a time. A couple of times it's kind of set us back. But as far as corn production this year, it's been much better. We were able to get our entire crop planted, unlike last year we were not. We have a good crop started. It's already making good ears.
Like Tommy's, Gary's corn crop in Missouri has started to make ears that have begun to fill out.
I did a yield check the other day, and it was 20 kernels, 20 rows around the ear, and it was 55 kernels long. And that calculates out to, like 280 bushel an acre. So I know that's probably not true because it's going to tip back some. It usually does. So we're hoping, 220, 225.
But it is more than just the corn kernels that matter for harvest, according to Tommy.
The main thing we try to do is keep this stalk healthy. We try to make all the leaves remain healthy, and we want that stalk to remain strong and green all through harvest.
In South Dakota, Ryan says he's also had healthy plants so far this growing season.
In the corn, I haven't seen a whole lot for any of the insect pressure that we can get, but it's still fairly early in the growing season, and sometimes those things come on late.
Despite Ryan's caution about problems that can come on late, Gary believes many farmers across the United States will have a bumper crop to sell this year.
I'm thinking there's going to be a heck of a yield this year, which will probably drive prices down. So that's why we've been contracting along. We're not going to hit the high, but hopefully we're not going to hit the low either.
While there is potential for lower prices, farmers are beginning to make preparations for harvest as the weather cools off.
We'll start bringing the machinery in and going through it, getting stuff ready to go. The dryers, grain bins, get those ready, just some maintenance.
As these corn producers head into harvest, they will be monitoring the weather closely because it will ultimately determine the yield of their crop.